What kind of grants would you look for to invest into our youth and youth parks?
For the parks, youth parks, the city staff is always actively looking for grants for which we may apply for. And I would let them continue to do that. One thing about parks and recreation, take a park for example, everybody wants the parks and everything, but parks do not make money. They do not make money. They're nice things to have, but they do not make money. So in the meantime, it's just a matter of maintaining. Again, if something needs to be repaired, then we need to repair it, and so the kids won't get hurt. And we need more parks, particularly on the southwest side of town. Parks. We have what is the new one? The Lions Club, but that's down by W.S. Young. There's nothing towards the Clear Creek Road area. So we do need parks on that side of town. So maybe we're out of the. I think we took ourselves out of the planning process. Maybe there was an opportunity to kind of negotiate with developers to actually give us some in building those neighborhoods. How about some parks? How about that? Thank you.
I think that we really do need parks because we have a younger generation in our community. We have a lot of children, and they need a place to go, a place to play, especially during spring break and when school is out during the summer months. And there are grants out there that you can obtain as a city to help you to establish parks and recreation. And I also understand, I was at several meetings when the council had them last year. There were people who were going to develop a development, and they were going to include in their development a park. And I think that was a good thing. So yes, we do need parks. We do need parks for the children because our children are our future. And we need somewhere safe for them to play. And I think that that is a good thing. And whatever opportunity that we have to find the grants that we can come up with to make sure that this is taking place and visualize and come to fruition, we need to do that.
We are underserved in parkland space. When you can look at national benchmarks, there's a lot of ways that you can acquire parks. You can spend money on it. You can have a parkland dedication in your subdivision ordinance. There's lots of different things. The question, I believe, was on what you would do to acquire more grants. I actually think the city's doing a great job on that. There's a full-time grant writer who just came on this year. I met him the other day. He's a nice individual. Yeah, I think I'm not quite sure what department he reports to, but it is his job in terms of, I think it reaches out as far as public safety, but I know the parks are involved. And that's all I would say on that. Thank you.
Like Jared said, we are trying very hard to get more park space. We do have people doing grants. It's not really the position of the city council to write those grants, but they are being done by employees of the city that do a good job. We just opened the new section of the Andy K. Wells Hike and Bike Trail, and I was privileged to walk on that the other day. And if you haven't seen that, it's a marvel. It gives up not just for children, but for all of us to go take a nice stroll. Now it goes from Killeen High School all the way to downtown, and it's a lovely place to walk. We've done a good job with the parks that we have. The hike and bike trail is to be continued around the city. It'll be very interesting when that is complete, and a lot of that is being done with grants. So that part is being taken care of, and you can always do more, but we're trying. Thank you.
Well, the city has employees hired that work on grants. Parks are important to us. Parks are important to our people, to our way of life, our quality of life. A little bit about the history that I know about parks from a developing side of the fence. That way back when I was a young man, 30, 40 years ago and more, the city was wanting more parks, and they were talking about small parks. And so you got to be very careful on what you're looking for, because then they decided, well, the small parks don't work. They're very costly. The maintenance, you get a lot of activity there that's undesired in these small neighborhood parks. So then we went with KISD, and we joint ventured playground equipment, or we did some things with the Clean Independent School District to use around these schools, kind of a multi-use parks. And that's been a while back. The city has a trophy park. Lions Club Park is a trophy for this city and for our citizens. And when you drive by and look at the use, and you look at what our citizens are getting to do at Lions Club Park, man, that ought to make all of us proud. I'm very proud of that. And you know, the long and short of it is we need parks. It improves our quality of life. They're very important to us, but they have to be thought through to make sure that we hit the nail on the head when we do have parks.
I understood the question right. It was what would I ask for grants to be to help improve our parks, and ditto to what everyone else has already said. We do have a full-time grant writer. In the past, I've worked with the full-time grant writer with our Centex Sustainable Communities Partnership. One of the things, there's really three areas I think I would ask staff to go look at and take a serious look at. Number one would be to complete our hike and bike trail, which is worked. It's a collaboration that's done at the K-Temple, and if I get this wrong, correct me. It's the Killeen Temple Metropolitan Planning Organization. They have a big map that shows from Temple to, I believe, Lampasas is the big plan. Is if we could get our portion done in the city and complete it, which also includes connecting to Fort Hood, which Fort Hood has done some infrastructure type things that would connect ours. We plan together with Killeen so that our two paths met at the same location. The other thing I think is real important, and it's stuff that's working right now, is the West Side Park that's over here that's coming out of the main gate. It's kind of just south of where all the new construction is. It's another collaboration that we need as a city. We need to support the staff who's working a lot of efforts there, get some grants to complete that effort, work with the federal agencies so that we can have a nice park on the west side. Just like Bubba said, the signature park we have is Lions Club Park. Can we update one of our other parks? And I think a lot of that stuff needs to be done with grant money, because using the budget type money, it's going to have to be really planned out. The other one that I think is really important, and I have to look at my notes, is the downtown subparks. And if you haven't been downtown lately, you really need to go. The little parks they're putting in between some of the vacant lots that really probably don't justify building something in there. These things are really nice, and downtown is a walkable community. Go visit those parks, and we need more money to put more of those types of parks downtown.
We speak a lot about Fort Hood area and so forth. When I was in the military, first thing I looked for is the quality of life you have for my kids in that city, and that was the parks. I'm very proud to serve in the community service committee with Ms. Purse back there. We were the mastermind trying to get parks in the city, and we were criticized until we got them packed to the nose. We got the Lions Club parking there. They don't make money, Mr. Oakley, but let me tell you what they do. They bring quality of life. The quality of life of our kids. That's what we're looking for. Sometimes we have to invest with no return. And that's one investment that you can never pay. It's the quality of life of our kids. We need, and you're right, Randy, if you haven't been in downtown, you should go there. If I had the opportunity to apply for grant, which the city is doing a great job requesting grant, that's the city council, but the staff are doing a great job. It would be to enhance the parks that we have right now and get them up to a different level. Until we don't enhance what we got, we should not make no more parks.